Jermall, do you think Canelo's move to 168 means that he don't want no smoke at 160?
He's scared. Where you at, Cinnamon? We've been calling you out for a long time. It's that time to show up. Show up. Give the people what they want to see. The people want to see us fight the best in the world. We feel like we the best in the world. Come on, man. Stop running behind De La Hoya. Stop doing all that, man. All right, go to Mexico and fight Canelo at his house. Ronnie. Will we not fight Canelo at his house? Mexico? We will go to Mexico. We love Mexico. We from Texas, bro.
Well, shouldn't that fight happen in Cowboy
Stop
Stadium?
playing, bro. We want to go to Mexico. We love Mexico. We vacate to Mexico. We got a house in Mexico.
You would go right up to 68 for the
right now. I'm more than 68 right now.
Breaking news, Canelo Alvarez has reportedly been offered a one-fight deal to fight Jermall Charlo next by Haymon, and also been offered a two-fight deal to fight Bivol next, then Gennady Golovkin trilogy by Eddie Hearn, according to ESPN. Now, to make one thing clear, the opposition in Jermall Charlo, Bivol, and Gennady Golovkin already have agreed to the deal, so the ball is in Canelo Alvarez's court. At this point, it's all up to Canelo Alvarez to accept or decline the deal, like it always have been. At the end of the day, or at least the night, Canelo Alvarez is the only one in power. He's the only one in position to make the best versus the best fights happen for the fans. However, instead, he does the exact opposite every single time. That's why I started my video with breaking news. Not great news, because Canelo Alvarez is the king of disappointing his own fans. I could guarantee you, Canelo Alvarez is not going to fight Jermall Charlo next, nor Bivol. That's exactly right. Canelo Alvarez will turn down these fights in order to fight the biggest cherry available in Macabo. Now notice how the Macabo offer is not even on the table for Canelo Alvarez. Not even by the promoter Canelo loves the most, Eddie Hearn. Because it's such a mismatch, it's such a cherry, that no network, no promoter is interested in losing money and giving Canelo pretty much free money. After all, Macabo is fighting this weekend, and no one on earth even knows about it, since the fight is not even televised. That's right, Canelo is looking to fight a fighter that doesn't even fight on TV. Macabo, he's fighting this weekend, and the fight is not televised on DAZN, ESPN, HBO, Showtime, etc., etc., etc. Matter of fact, this is the biggest plug, this is the biggest promotion Macabo is going to receive for his fight this weekend. So while Canelo is getting his biggest payday from Haymon to fight Charlo for more than $40 million guarantee, would you believe Canelo Alvarez requested from the WBC that he wants to fight Macabo next? Just like Canelo requested to fight Avni Yildirim, a fighter coming off a loss and a 2-year layoff, a fight that no one asked for. Now Canelo is doing the same thing again, requesting to fight a fighter that no one asked him to fight in Macabo. A horrible fighter.
You never gonna get that fight, man. You're a horrible fighter. Horrible fighter. Horrible fighter.
A fighter that beat nobody.
Man, you fight with nobody. Hey, you are a champion, but you... What?
To make matters worse, a fighter that got knocked out by a nobody in Tony Bellew, who was a light heavyweight that got put to sleep against Stevenson, then moved up in weight to knock out Macabo within 3 rounds, who again is fighting this weekend, but not on television. So essentially, Canelo Alvarez is buying history.
Payday. You want payday? I know that.
Canelo is buying the Macabo belt in order to make up history. This is what Canelo Alvarez's legacy will be remembered as: the pioneer of the NBF league in the sport of boxing, a fighter that gives up his world title when challenged by a fighter on the coincidental list, then hides behind the NBF witness protection franchise that he requested from the WBC, and a fighter that has vacated the most world titles. Canelo will go down in history as the biggest duck the sport of boxing has ever seen. And Canelo Alvarez's next move will further prove that. Canelo's next move is yet his best duck move. Watch Canelo Alvarez choose to fight Makabu, a fight that's not even offered on the table, a mismatch that no one is interested in picking up. Instead of a 50-50 fight that the whole world wants to see, that's actually on the table in Jermall Charlo, or even a 60-40 fight in Bivol. Time will tell. We shall find out how big of a duck Canelo Alvarez is. Apparently, Canelo is looking to complete a full decade of ducking Jermall Charlo and Demetrius Andrade, as he has been avoiding them for 8 years till this day. So the time is now or never for Canelo to face Charlo in order to attempt to be the face of the sport, or to be the duck of the sport of boxing. I believe Canelo is going to fight Makabu next, as he has already requested to fight Makabu instead of fighting Charlo or Bivol. If you may wonder why that is, I have already dropped a video on what Oscar De La Hoya and his pops has to say about Canelo Alvarez avoiding the best Black American undefeated fighters, which I'm gonna leave the link for that video in the comment section below. Therefore, we shall see if Akhi is going to prophesize Canelo Alvarez duck plan yet again. And if I do, are you Canelo Alvarez fanboys going to face the truth? Or are you Canelo fangirls going to allow y'all emotion to block y'all vision from seeing the truth of the duck in Canelo?
And you know it!
Canelo jumping up to 190. I haven't got any trainer's opinions yet on him wanting to fight.
I don't know why he would do that. Why wouldn't he just continue to fight the top fighters that he hasn't fought already? But if he's doing that, I'm gonna say it's a duck.
You think it's a duck from David?
If you moving up there, and you could at least say, okay, I'm gonna take one more fight with a Charlo or one more fight with a Benavidez, and then I'll move up. But if you just gonna move up without fighting them guys at all, it looks like a duck, it walks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, it's a duck.
My second.
Did you see Benavidez over the weekend, and how do you think that fight with Canelo would look? Because it seems like that's a lot of fight people were asking for.
It is a fight that everybody asking for. They're not asking for him to go up to cruiserweight and fight some dude that we don't know.
Makabu.
I don't know nothing about no Makabu. Know nothing about no Makabu. Who the
WBC champ?
I don't care what he is. I'm telling you, I don't care who he is, but nobody know who he is. And like I said, it's a orchestrated greatness, bro. Like, stop with it already, bro. Like, you're undisputed. That's great, but we want to see you in a real fight. So the fight with Benavidez, I saw Benavidez on the weekend.
Max, before I let you go, just Canelo. It's not Charlo, it's not Benavidez, that's not better Biev, it's Makabu at cruiserweight. What do you think of that, Max?
I think good for him, he wants to go up to cruiserweight. But if you want to keep doing that stuff and you're going up above, then I don't want to hear it. Fight better BF. And
Canelo got to stop picking his own opponents, man. We got that. He needs to be in there with Cello, both of them. He needs to fight both of them.
Charlo.
He needs to fight both of them. Then fight that guy Benavidez.
Benavidez,
Fight both of them. The guy get ready for Benavidez. He's gonna fight those two brothers, then he fight Benavidez. He did good his last fight, but the guy he fought with like soft. I want to see him fight one of those guys.
That being stated, drop your thoughts in the comment section below, subscribe below, and click on the notification bell to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace, and I'm on to the next one.